Do you ever feel financially stuck, unable to make enough money to live the life you want? Do you feel like a lack of money is holding you back from reaching your goals? According to Jen Sincero in You Are a Badass at Making Money, the key to breaking out of a financial rut is thinking about money with greater optimism and confidence. She argues that by ridding yourself of underlying limiting beliefs about money, identifying your aspirations, and trusting in the universe, you can become wealthy enough to live the life that represents your best, most authentic self. Sincero is a motivational speaker, success coach, and New York Times bestselling author. By sharing her experience going from a struggling freelance writer to a successful author and self-help expert, she aims to help others achieve their personal and professional goals. Sincero's other books include her original self-help book, You Are a Badass, and its follow-up, You Are a Badass Every Day. In this guide, we'll discuss Sincero's advice on identifying your unconscious beliefs about money and thinking more optimistically about your finances. Additionally, we'll examine her strategies for bringing your financial dreams to life, including defining your aspirations, believing in the power of the universe, and fully committing to your financial goals. In our commentary, we'll explore some financial strategies you can use to shift your mindset around money, along with some alternative methods for achieving financial success. New section. Shift your beliefs about money from negative to positive. According to Sincero, the best thing you can do to change your relationship with money is to change the way you think about money. If you address the beliefs that hold you back from chasing your aspirations, nothing will stop you from achieving financial success. Sincero states that financial success means being able to pay for the things you need to live the life that represents your best self. It's not necessarily outrageous wealth. For example, if you're fulfilled by going to new places and meeting new people, financial success might mean making enough money to travel to multiple countries for several months every year. Or if you've always wanted to start a family, financial success might mean being able to support a household comfortably. Benefits and drawbacks of wealth mindset financial advice. Sincero's financial advice is based primarily on the wealth mindset, a common foundational concept used by financial coaches and influencers. A wealth mindset dictates that we live in a plentiful universe, and there's no limit to what's available to us or what we can do. The only thing limiting us is our own negative thoughts and beliefs about money. Some critics of this philosophy argue that it lacks transparency and follow-through. Many coaches who advocate for it aren't actually in good financial standing, but they make it seem like they are to sell their services. Further, in reality, changing your financial circumstances requires technical knowledge, concrete behavioral changes, and learned skills. The wealth mindset doesn't offer this knowledge or structure. Nonetheless, adopting the wealth mindset is arguably a good step toward financial success. You need a positive mindset around money to feel financially secure. If you hold on to limiting beliefs, you'll feel insecure no matter how much money you have because you'll always be afraid to lose it. To productively employ a wealth mindset, save money with gratitude, not with the fear that there'll never be enough, and be intentional with your spending. When you feel the urge to buy something, wait a while and see if you still want to buy it in a few days. After waiting, you may discover that you're happy and grateful for what you already have and that you don't need the item. If you do buy it, spend your money with the intention that the purchase will make your life better or help you be your best self, as Sincero suggests. In this section, we'll examine how our thought patterns shape every aspect of our reality, including our financial reality. We'll also explain how the subconscious self prevents us from taking the risks necessary to succeed financially. Finally, we'll discuss some of the most common negative subconscious beliefs about money. How your thought patterns affect your reality. Sincero argues that you create your reality with your thoughts rather than the other way around. Your thoughts shape your reality because they determine your behavior. Thoughts lead to emotions, and emotions drive your actions. Therefore, by changing your negative, limiting thought patterns to ones that are positive and ambitious, you can act in a way that serves your best interests and shapes your life into whatever you want. Short form note: the idea that we create our reality with our thoughts has origins in psychology. The process goes like this. When you think the same thoughts repeatedly, they eventually become beliefs. Your beliefs are the filter through which you interpret the world. Once a belief establishes itself, your brain selectively catalogs information that supports it and ignores information that contradicts it. Your brain's collection of evidence that supports your beliefs then becomes your self-concept, which is made up of beliefs about who you are and what you're capable of. You then act in a way that's consistent with your self-concept, making it a reality. Additionally, you engage with the energy of the universe with your thoughts. Sincero argues that there's a higher power, whether you believe it's God, the universe, or something else, that affects your life. It's a force beyond the perception of your five senses that creates an energetic order in the world around you. The universe receives the energy you put out with your thoughts and gives it back to you in the form of your experiences and opportunities. For example, if you think that you're not good enough to get a promotion at work, you may feel discouraged and unmotivated. This can lead to a lack of effort and poor performance, which in turn can make it less likely that you'll get the promotion. On the other hand, if you think positively and believe that you're capable of achieving your goals, you may feel more confident and motivated. This can lead to better performance and a greater likelihood that you'll receive the promotion you desire. Further, this will lead to greater financial success, as a promotion likely comes with a higher salary and more perks. The universe will respond to your confidence by sending you good opportunities. For instance, a new, better position within your company might pop up as soon as you start thinking positively about your job prospects. Or, your boss, who never seemed to notice you before, may ask you to work on an important project, giving you the chance to prove yourself. If you don't trust that the universe will provide for you, opportunities may never appear. Short-form note: Sincero's ideas about putting out positive energy to attract what you want from the universe are based on the law of attraction, the philosophy that the energy you put out comes back to you. In its modern form, this concept was first developed in the 1860s, but it has roots in transcendentalism, Christianity, Hinduism, and other religious and philosophical traditions. Well-known proponents of the law of attraction include Rhonda Byrne, The Secret, The Power, and Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. Money and the subconscious self. To begin changing your unhelpful views of money, Sincero argues that you must address your subconscious thoughts first, those that you're not actively aware of, but that still influence your behavior. You likely have positive conscious views about money, namely that your life would be better with more of it, but your subconscious views might reflect a different story. You're born without any inherent views on money, but as you grow up, your life experiences and the beliefs of the people who surround you impact you. Your subconscious catalogs these influences before you're old enough to understand their nuances and contexts, and they become subconscious values that guide your behavior into adulthood. For example, say you grew up in a low-income household, but you had an uncle who made a lot of money and lived a lavish lifestyle. You often overheard your parents talking about how your uncle was selfish and didn't want to spend time with your family after he achieved financial success. Therefore, you grew up viewing wealth as something that drives people apart and changes people's personalities, and you subconsciously avoid accumulating wealth as an adult. Short-form note: in Awaken the Giant Within, Tony Robbins describes these beliefs we develop from external influences as values. He states that social pressure reinforces the values imparted to us by our parents, culture, teachers, and friends as we grow up. When our actions align with the values of the people around us, those people reward us with social approval, encouragement, or other forms of reinforcement. When our actions go against their values, they punish, exclude, or ignore us. This conditioning ensures that the values stay with us into adulthood. The origins of levels of consciousness. Our modern understanding of the mind's different levels of consciousness largely derives from the ideas of Austrian psychologist Sigmund Freud, 1856 to 1939. In contrast to Sincero's subconscious versus conscious dichotomy, Freud split the mind into three levels: conscious, preconscious or subconscious, and unconscious. Freud argued that the unconscious mind contains feelings, thoughts, memories, and desires that are beyond our current awareness. It holds things we find difficult to accept or address, such as internal conflicts and fears. The preconscious is still outside of our awareness, but it holds things that we could bring into our conscious mind. It acts as a gateway between the unconscious and conscious minds. Finally, the conscious mind is full of the desires, thoughts, memories, and feelings we're aware of. We can think and talk about these contents rationally. 2 things to understand about the subconscious. Sincero states that there are two things to understand about the subconscious before you can change your underlying beliefs about money. First, your subconscious is always seeking to protect you from perceived danger. It pushes you to stay in the same circumstances, even if they don't serve you, because it feels safer, and you're likely afraid to take chances and risk failure. Additionally, your subconscious will fight to keep you from doing things that go against it. Making big life changes that contradict your subconscious beliefs about money may trigger a lot of fear. For instance, if you subconsciously think wealth is bad and you're offered a high-paying job, you might be afraid to take it even if there's no obvious risk involved. Second, you're likely unaware that your subconscious views exist. This means that your subconscious gets to control your behavior unnoticed, preventing you from growing and changing. Unless you become aware of your subconscious beliefs, you may continue acting against your conscious beliefs without knowing why or how to stop. For instance, suppose you have a conscious view that you want to save money and invest it in a profitable venture. However, your subconscious view is that money is the root of all evil and that wealthy people are greedy and selfish. As a result, you may find yourself sabotaging your own efforts to save money and invest it without realizing why. You may overspend, procrastinate, or make poor investment decisions, all because of your subconscious beliefs about money. How the subconscious pushes us to blame others for our problems. Our subconscious mind also protects us by encouraging us to blame our problems on external circumstances instead of taking accountability for them. It's difficult for us to accept that we're responsible for bad things that happen to us or to other people. Therefore, the subconscious makes us feel like bad situations are something happening to us instead of something we're causing. For example, if you never have enough money to put away in your savings, your subconscious may tell you that it's because you're unlucky and life is too expensive. In reality, your subconscious is helping you avoid the hard truth that you spend your money on unnecessary things, like streaming services you don't use or countless dinners out. It feels safer to blame things outside of ourselves because accepting that we're responsible for something bad happening may threaten our sense of self as competent, good, or rational, creating mental discomfort. Further, if we're blaming external factors, we're not considering the role of our subconscious, so we're still conforming to it. We have no motivation to interrogate any hidden beliefs that may be prompting our actions. How to rework subconscious views about money. To avoid letting your negative subconscious views about money rule your financial life, Sincero suggests practicing this exercise. Step number 1. Identify an unhelpful subconscious view. For example, an unhelpful belief from our earlier scenario was that wealth changes people for the worse. Step number 2. Interrogate this view. For example, you might ask, does money itself change a person's personality? Or, can money help people make positive changes? Step number 3. Write down answers to these questions. For example, for the first question, you might say, no, money itself doesn't change people. It can bring up aspects of people's personalities that they didn't show before, but it doesn't create new personalities. For the second question, your answer could be, yes, money can allow people to relax and spend more time with their family and friends because they don't have to work as much. This is a positive change. Step number 4. Write a positive, empowering statement based on what you discover from your inquiries. Speak it out loud so you can feel its emotional effect. For example, your new statement could be, I decide how money helps me grow and change. Cognitive behavioral therapy techniques for combating negative thoughts. Sincero's process for reworking subconscious thought processes aligns with two commonly used practices for reframing negative thought patterns in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. First, her method of interrogating negative views through questioning is often used by therapists and teachers to reveal, examine, and deconstruct hidden beliefs or thought processes. Typically, this method involves a dialogue between two or more people, but Sincero suggests that you create a dialogue between your conscious self and your subconscious self. The technique likely derives from Socratic questioning, a practice first developed by the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates. Socratic questioning involves asking a sequence of questions in an open-ended format. Sincero's process also reflects the CBT technique of reframing negative thoughts. This technique involves 3 steps. First, you have to notice the unhelpful thought, as Sincero instructs at the beginning of her process. To do this, it's helpful to know some common types of negative thoughts. For example, you might think of certain situations as all bad instead of seeing the silver lining. Or you may expect the worst-case scenario in every situation. Once you learn some of your unhelpful thought patterns, CBT advises that you practice noticing and naming them whenever they arise. When you notice these thoughts, don't just accept them. Check them by examining the facts of the situation, perhaps through Socratic questioning. Finally, reframe the thought from something negative to something neutral or positive. This is similar to Sincero's final step of writing an empowering statement and speaking it aloud. Beliefs about money that hold us back. Now that we've examined the role the subconscious plays in our perceptions of and behaviors related to money, let's take a look at a couple of examples of subconscious negative beliefs about money. Sincero asserts that many of us share these beliefs, as they're a common part of societal messaging about money. We'll also discuss her counter-arguments for these beliefs. Belief number 1. Money is wicked and immoral. According to Sincero, our society views money as something that's inherently wicked. Therefore, it's seen as immoral to have a lot of wealth. People who hold this belief will struggle to achieve financial success because, as we suggested earlier, when you think of money as bad, it won't come to you. To support the idea that money is wicked, people point to unsavory actions and injustices that seemingly happen because money is involved. For example, someone with this view might use a story of a wealthy person embezzling money from his clients to become even richer as evidence that money is evil and leads to immoral actions. However, such examples are the fault of the perpetrators, not the money itself. Money on its own is neutral, and we're responsible for giving it meaning. Is there a link between wealth and discourteous behavior? Some research suggests that there might be a link between wealth and faulty morals. Several studies suggest that money may affect the morality of people's behavior. In one 2012 study, researchers posed as pedestrians about to cross the street at a crosswalk. Every driver in a car of the lowest expense tier stopped for the researchers, but only 50% of the drivers who had the most expensive cars stopped. Another study found that thinking about money can make people less helpful. First, participants played a short game of Monopoly with one of the other members of the study. At the end of the game, one group was left with $4,000 in Monopoly money and prompted to visualize a future where they were wealthy. The other group ended with $200, and researchers told them to imagine an uncertain financial future. Then, after being told the study was over, each participant encountered someone on their way out who spilled a box of pencils in a way that appeared to be an accident. In reality, the person spilling the pencils was one of the researchers doing it on purpose. The participants who were prompted to visualize themselves as wealthy picked up fewer pencils when helping clean up the mess. Finally, another study found that wealth can lead to unethical behavior. Participants who considered themselves comparatively wealthy took more candy from a jar intended for children. Belief number 2. Being wealthy means taking from others. Another common negative belief about money Sincero identifies is that becoming wealthy requires taking resources from someone else. This belief makes us feel guilty about making a lot of money. However, making the money you need to be the best version of yourself doesn't actually mean taking from others. The idea that it does stems from a harmful scarcity mindset, the false belief that there aren't enough resources for everyone. Short form note: one way to break free from a scarcity mindset and develop a mindset of abundance is to give to others. For example, you might help a struggling friend pay for their groceries or donate to a favorite charity. Giving to others involves recognizing that you have resources to share, breaking you out of the thought pattern that there's never enough. It also lifts up others around you and creates opportunities for others to give back to you if you need it in the future. The good feelings you get from giving can also make your feelings and mindset about money more positive. In reality, any wealth you accumulate sets you up to help others because money gives you the power to implement beneficial change. For example, wealthy individuals can donate large sums of money to charities, scientific research, and other worthy causes. Short form note: wealth may give you the power to implement beneficial change, but whether or not you choose to do so depends on your personality, not the wealth itself. In The Total Money Makeover, Dave Ramsey argues that wealth reveals and magnifies your true character. If you're kind and generous, you'll be even more so with your wealth. In this case, you'd likely use your money to help others. However, if you're already deceitful, miserly, or happy to take from others for your own gain, money will magnify these traits as well. Wealth itself won't make you more generous. Instead, it may make you less so. New section. Manifest your aspirations for wealth. Once you begin working on the way you think about money, you can begin actualizing the financial success you aspire to. In this section, we'll discuss 3 of Sincero's strategies for financial success. 1. Define the reasons behind your financial aspirations. 2. Believe in the universe. 3. Commit to your dreams. Strategy number 1. Define what you want and why you want it. To achieve financial success, Sincero asserts that you must clearly define why you want the money and what you want it for. Having a general desire to be wealthy isn't enough, as you'll likely have to take a lot of risks and push yourself to reach your financial goals. To overcome the fear and difficulty that comes with these challenges, you need something powerful to motivate you to keep going. Having clear reasons for wanting to accumulate wealth will serve as that motivation. The more specific you can be about your reasons, the more real they'll seem, and the more emotionally tied to your financial goals you'll be. As we stated previously, emotions push us to act, so the stronger you feel about your goals, the more likely you are to take actions that make them a reality. For example, maybe your dream has always been to travel, so you motivate yourself to make money by imagining the joy and excitement you'll experience when you visit far-flung destinations. You might define this dream further by writing down all the places you want to visit and the things you'll do there. Or maybe you've always dreamed of opening your own coffee shop and community space. You think about how more money will allow you to fulfill this dream and feel satisfied every day knowing you're working toward doing something you love. To define this dream further, you might write down some ideas for names for your shop or make a list of the drinks you'll serve. Common reasons for wanting more money. If you can't yet define the specific reasons why you want more money, consider some of the most common reasons according to research from the United States and Australia. The U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau defines financial well-being based on 4 characteristics. If you're not meeting some of these characteristics, then your reasons for wanting more money may center around meeting them. You are on your way to reaching your financial goals. You have control over your everyday finances. You'd be able to manage a financial emergency if necessary. You're able to pay for things that help you enjoy life. Research from the Financial Planning Association of Australia suggests that there are 4 main aspirations people have as reasons for wanting greater wealth. Consider whether your reasons may fall into any of these categories: being completely financially independent, being able to live an ideal lifestyle, having the flexibility to engage in hobbies and interests, having more time to spend with loved ones. Once you've determined the broad reasoning behind your desire for more money, you can get at the specific details that spark emotion. For example, if you're a parent, the loved ones you want to spend time with are probably your kids, and you might think of specific activities you'd like to do with them that spark joy for you. Strategy number 2. Believe that the universe will provide what you need. Once you identify your financial goals and how more money will benefit your life, Sincero states that you must nurture your belief that the universe will provide you with everything that you want. You must always be open to the opportunities the universe is ready to provide for you and have faith that you'll reach your goals, even if you don't yet know how. Short form note: how do you place your trust in the universe? According to some experts in personal growth and spirituality, start by accepting helplessness. When you experience difficulties caused by things outside your control, resist the urge to struggle against the situation. Instead, embrace the fact that you can't do anything to change it. Further, pay attention to nature. Notice the beauty, bounty, and interconnectedness of it. You're part of that harmony, and the universe came together to give you life and your place in it. Finally, trust your intuition. It's a higher form of consciousness, and it's directly connected to the universe. It'll help you navigate through different stages of your life. According to Sincero, one of the best ways to engage positively with the energy of the universe is by practicing gratitude. The universe wants you to become the best version of yourself. Being grateful shows that you understand that and you wish to send the love back. If you put out loving thoughts and feelings via gratitude, the love of the universe will come back to you in the form of success and opportunities. Additionally, being grateful means you can approach any situation in a positive way, including difficult ones. Every situation can be a chance for positive growth. When you have setbacks and painful experiences, you can look at them as learning opportunities instead of failures or misfortunes. This keeps you moving forward toward your goals, financial or otherwise, instead of holding you back in a mindset of bitterness or discontent. To practice gratitude, Sincero suggests writing down 10 things that you're grateful for before you go to sleep every night. Second, note down 5 things that are upsetting, frightening, or irritating in your life right now. Then, write down a reason to feel gratitude toward these 5 things. Further benefits of gratitude practice. Gratitude isn't just a way to connect with the positive energy of the universe. It can also have many positive effects on your mental and physical health. Some research suggests that having a regular gratitude practice can create new neural pathways in parts of the brain responsible for social connection, rewards, and recognition of positive experiences. These connections allow us to more easily recall positive memories and experience their associated emotions over time. Other studies found that gratitude reduces physiological stress and can lessen chronic pain. In one study, participants who communicated gratitude reported being less anxious, inflamed, and fatigued. According to some psychologists, the combined mental and physical benefits of gratitude make you more resilient when you have negative experiences and setbacks. Even when things feel very difficult, gratitude enables you to find goodness and beauty. This gives you more control over your perspective and a heightened ability to reframe negative experiences. If you instead focus only on the bad things in your life, you may experience intensified depression, stress, and anxiety. This can make it harder for you to merely move through everyday life, much less pursue things like financial goals. If thinking of a total of 15 things to be grateful for feels too much at first, try writing 3 things you're grateful for before bed, something from the morning, something from the afternoon, and something from the evening. This will help you find something to appreciate in every part of the day. Or try writing about a success you had and the person who helped you achieve it. This will help you show appreciation for someone important in your life, and you'll realize that there are people who support you. Strategy number 3. Commit fully to your financial goals. Once you place your trust in the universe's ability to provide what you need, Sincero argues that you must commit fully to your dreams and financial goals. Committing fully means letting go of your contingency plans and making a conscious decision to pursue the path that helps you acquire the money you want. Committing is important because it shifts your mindset. When you focus all your energy on meeting your true goal instead of spreading it between your different contingency options, you begin looking for ways to make it come true. You're more willing to take risks, and you have to believe that it'll work out. There must be at least some chance of the plan working out because you wouldn't have chosen it in the first place if you didn't believe it could work. Short form note: if you struggle to maintain a committed mindset despite these benefits, consider telling your financial goals to people whose opinions you value. The fear of disappointing them can help you stay accountable to your goals even when you're struggling to stay committed for yourself. Also, your loved ones can offer an outside perspective with wisdom that may help you if you run into challenges along the way. When to commit: leaps of faith versus bad decisions. When deciding whether and how to fully commit to your financial goals, it may be wise to determine if the decision you're about to make is a positive leap of faith or just a poor, misinformed choice. Leaps of faith involve risk and may be scary, but they're based on a love for something and a desire to make a lasting, positive change in your life. Your love for the thing you're taking a chance on outweighs your fear that it might not work out. Therefore, the risk you're taking is courageous and for a noble purpose. In contrast, a bad decision is one based on fear. You make it because you're afraid to take a chance on something better. For example, say you dream of independence and financial security. In one scenario, you decide to go back to school for a degree that will lead to a traditionally lucrative career. However, the new career isn't actually the one you want. It's just one you perceive to be secure. You're afraid that you won't succeed at what you really want to do, so you choose the easier option. In the other scenario, you take a positive leap of faith. You choose the career you really want, even though it may be less secure. You choose to accept risk for the vocation you love, and you fully commit to it. Take one immediate action that will help you reach your goal. If you're struggling to commit to your financial goals, Sincero suggests choosing one action that will put you on the path toward building wealth. This action should be something that you can do presently and that feels out of your comfort zone. For instance, taking out a loan for your new business might be the first uncomfortable but necessary step toward acquiring the wealth you desire. Another example could be quitting your stable job to go back to school for a new, more lucrative, and more enjoyable career path. Short-form note: Piers Steel, The Procrastination Equation, argues that breaking large, intimidating tasks, such as financial goals, into smaller, manageable action steps works because it encourages small wins. Every time you successfully complete an action, your confidence and motivation increase, propelling you to the next step. Further, other experts support Sincero's advice to act outside of your comfort zone. Leaving your comfort zone promotes personal growth, and research suggests that challenges provide beneficial exercise for the brain. They make your brain healthier and more adaptable. Finally, challenging yourself leads to further motivation, as you feel proudest when you accomplish something difficult. If any limiting subconscious views about money arise because of this first action, write them down. Additionally, if you identify any limiting views, allow yourself to feel any associated emotions, recognize the emotions, and release them. For example, you might hold the subconscious view that sticking with a seemingly stable career path is more important than doing something you enjoy, but that's less stable, even if you could eventually make more money doing it. When you pause and think about how this view has hindered you, you might feel disappointed that you spent so long doing something you disliked. You might also still experience some fear that you're making the wrong choice and throwing away a solid career. Short-form note: to add a more concrete step to the process of writing down limiting thoughts and releasing negative emotions, consider throwing away the piece of paper when you're done. A study found that participants who wrote down negative thoughts and subsequently threw them away also released the thoughts mentally. In contrast, participants who wrote their thoughts down but kept the paper were more likely to be influenced by those thoughts when making decisions later on. After identifying the subconscious views that were hindering you and processing the resulting emotions, visualize the positive things that might happen as a result of you taking this action. For example, you might imagine yourself getting your dream job after graduating, or you might envision buying all the things you've been saving up for when you have a higher-paying job. Short-form note: visualization can help you achieve your financial goals by tricking your brain into thinking you've already succeeded. This can help you overcome fear and increase your confidence. When you clearly imagine that something's happened, your brain responds as if you're actually experiencing it. Your brain then incorporates the experience as a memory. Then, when you come upon the situation you visualized in real life, your brain already knows what to do and how to succeed because it thinks you've succeeded before.